Okay, let's talk about something that's probably creeping on your salad right now. No, seriously. There's a parasite called Cyclospora that's causing the biggest outbreak in US history, over 22,000 cases and counting. 2 people are already dead. And here's the kicker, this thing only exists because of human sewage getting into our food. Yep, the stuff we flush down the toilet is coming back to haunt us. But how? And why aren't we stopping it? Let's unpack this. First off, Cyclospora isn't some exotic invader. It's a microscopic nightmare that lives only in humans. Once you swallow it, usually through contaminated food or water, it sets up shop in your intestines and just won't leave. We're talking weeks of non-stop diarrhea, stomach cramps, and feeling like garbage. And while you're miserable, your body's pumping out these tough-as-nails oocysts. Every gram of your poop could have thousands of them. Those oocysts end up in sewage systems, survive treatment, and then? They end up on crops. You eat the veggies, you get sick. It's a loop straight out of a horror movie. Now, here's where it gets even more frustrating. We've known about Cyclospora for decades. The first US outbreak was in 1995, linked to Guatemalan raspberries. Since then, we've had smaller outbreaks every summer, usually tied to imported produce. But today's crisis is way worse. Why? Because we're recycling sewage water into our food supply, and our treatment systems aren't killing this stuff. Personally, I think this is a wake-up call. We've been treating wastewater like it's clean enough, when it's clearly not. Chlorine? Doesn't work. UV light? Maybe, but not every plant uses it. And let's be real, regulators aren't even checking for Cyclospora in most places. A detail I find fascinating is how resilient these oocysts are. They can survive in treated wastewater for months. Months. And when it's hot, they mature faster. So climate change isn't just melting glaciers, it's supercharging parasites. Imagine heat waves creating perfect breeding grounds for Cyclospora in irrigation water. That's not science fiction, it's exactly what's happening in states like Michigan right now. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just a third world problem. It's here, in our supermarkets, on our plates. So why aren't we fixing this? Well, testing for Cyclospora is a nightmare. Current methods miss low levels of oocysts, which is dangerous because even a few can make you sick. My lab at Michigan State is working on better detection tools, but it's like trying to find a needle in a sewage-filled haystack. And here's the hypocrisy. We use treated wastewater to irrigate crops in drought-prone areas, but no one's monitoring the parasite levels. It's a gamble with public health. If you take a step back and think about it, we're prioritizing cheap water reuse over safety. That needs to change. This raises a deeper question. How much of our food system is built on a house of cards? Cyclospora is just one example. What about other pathogens we're not even tracking? Or microplastics? Or antibiotic-resistant bacteria? The bigger issue is complacency. We assume food safety is handled, but the reality is a patchwork of outdated rules and wishful thinking. In my opinion, we need mandatory Cyclospora testing in wastewater, stricter treatment standards, and transparency about where our produce is being irrigated. Until then, every salad could be a Russian roulette. So next time you bite into that organic lettuce, remember, it might have been grown with water that once flowed through a sewage pipe. Gross? Absolutely. Preventable? Definitely. But are we doing enough? Nah. What's your take? Drop a comment, let's get weird about food safety.